Hello, one and all. Welcome to another Indie Spotlight. This time we have Long Live the Queen, and although the cover image seems very lolly, and trust me, there's plenty of that in this particular game, the game is actually very, very good in that it provides actually a real sense of storyline progression. Now, a lot of games have a false sense of progression where they'll add something that doesn't actually impact the story, like Tomb Raider. Although it was a very visually impressive game, the choices that you made never actually altered the story in any way. This game actually goes to the extreme in that there are a ton of different endings, and they're all vastly different from each other. You can win the game in a lot of different ways, and the game has permadeath involved, though you can save scum at a bit. I suggest not doing that, though, because it ruins your experience of the game. In any case, what I'm saying is that there are actually a fair amount of abilities in the game, and simply not having one of them can cut you off from entire sections of the story, or possibly get your character killed. So it's a very interesting process of learning how the game works, and I feel it adds quite a lot to the game. So I feel we should start. How do we handle this? Why don't we read some of it? Now, we're almost home. Your room is just the way you left it. ... Ooh, the ellipses of death. I know it's hard to leave your school and all your friends, but I've arranged the best possible tutors. You'll have to work hard this year to prepare yourself before your 15th birthday, but I know you can do it. You'll learn quickly, and you'll make a wonderful queen. It's what your mother would have wanted. This is not what mother would have wanted. She wouldn't have wanted to die and leave me. Oh. Because that's exactly what she did. Okay. I'm only a terrible person some of the time. Some of the time, like right now. No, she wouldn't, but sometimes bad things happen. Bad things? Her mother died. I think if you're going to make a list of bad things, that tips off the scale and goes into, like, the worst possible fucking thing that could have happened. No, Jocelyn, you're a dick. That's what I'm going to call you. We have to pick up and carry on. All of Nova depends on us. On you. I'll be here to guide until your coronation, but the decisions you make are ultimately up to you. Come, your maids are waiting. Decisions are up to me. So that means I'm going to take 40,000 classes in underwater basket weaving. I'll get A's in all of them, but be the worst queen ever. I like that. Alright, so this is your skill list. Each one of these has 3 skills associated with it. Royal demeanor gets composure, elegance, presence. Conversations gets public speaking, court manners, flattery, and the list goes on and on and on. How well you learn in those skills depends on your mood. You'll notice that we are currently depressed. That's the heart closest to the big arrow. And you can see what the effect of your mood does. Current mood depressed, bonus to expression and animal handling, penalty to royal demeanor, conversation, and athletics. So, every hour you study, each class you have 5 hours of study in, you get 2 points in it. Your bonus gives you an additional 1, or some of them give you negatives, like this one gives you -2. So, 2 points per hour minus 2 equals 0 points per hour. So you're dumb if you take anything in conversation. But we could get 3 points per hour in expression, which means if we spent the entire day studying expression, 2 classes per day, total of 30 points. You don't have to math this hard, I'm just laying it out. But because we get a bonus to animal handling, I'm going to go into animal handling, and we're going to learn about puppies. There are 10 ranks. You rank up every 10. So the first time we went to 15, so we got 10, we got a little blip. Now we went to 30, so we got 20 and 30, so now we're at rank 3. And we learn more about dogs. And it maxes out at 100, but there is a catch, which we'll go over later. What's all the noise outside? Who's here? Oh, it's my cousins, my aunt and uncle. Darling, we were so terribly sorry to hear about your mother Fidelia. Thank you. You look well, niece. Hi, Lottie. Hi, wait. Lodi and Lottie. Ah, I get it. Haven't seen you in ages. Will you be staying long? Yep, Mommy said we'd be here all month. Maybe we'll have some time to talk later. Hey, we got a point in cheerful. That's going to help reverse our mood. We can talk to our cousin. We can go to father. Or we can do any of these other things to help alter our mood in whatever way we may or may not want. Including visiting the tomb. We'll have to remind her often of her dead mother. Well, let's visit Charlotte for now. I love this room. It's so much bigger than mine back home. Because I'm the queen. I have the largest room in the entire kingdom. I don't think you understand that. You should visit more often. It's awful that the only time I get to see you is something like this. You know, because her mother died. It's important that we establish this early on. It is literally the plot of the game. I know your brother and sister are still too young. Why haven't you come to school? My mother worries about me. She doesn't think anywhere but home is safe. Which is good because you're currently locked in here with me. The least safe person in the kingdom. I mean, I'm only going off of, you know, I'm just guessing here. I mean, her mother died. It has to be related to how dangerous she is as a person. I'm just throwing that out there. I understand. I'm probably not going to be allowed to leave this castle until my birthday, but at least we're going to have fun together. Cheerful. Alright, our mood is currently afraid now. We got out of depressed territory. Bonus to agility and faith. Penalty to demeanor, weapons, intrigue, and military. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of any of those bonuses. I suppose we could learn how to dance, or... Why don't we... learn how to climb things. Alright, so you'll notice I now have 20.3 instead of just 20. That's because once you start learning something, it makes it easier to learn other things in that category. So, like, the green one is, like, physical skills. So because we learned physical skills in... I don't know why dogs count as physical skills, but they do. Since we learned dogs, it now makes it easier to learn climbing. So, if you're going to specialize, it helps to specialize in one thing, but it really doesn't help at all, so don't even worry about it. It's just basically free points. What's the commotion outside? Father, what's going on? Juliana, I have come to pay my respects in honor of your mother. You have no respect or honors because of you and your powers that my wife is dead. There we go, bringing up the dead mother thing. What? I am Lumen as she was, and like every Lumen, I am willing to give my life if necessary to protect our domain. Your line has been traitorous for 200 years. I won't have you corrupting my daughter. I am a fan of being corrupted. I'm for the corrupting. Let's get the corrupting over with. As for the Crown Princess to decide, Lodi, your mother trusted me, and I have much to teach you. We can send her away, arrest her, or let her stay. Notice the difference between these two. Arresting her and letting her stay. But we're going to let her stay, because otherwise we're not going to learn magic. I want to hear what she has to say. She stays, blessed and willful. That's not entirely true. You can lock her up and you can still learn magic. But complicated storylines of the Christy wibbly wobbly timey-wimey stuff. What is it you wanted to teach me? First, I need to know if you have your mother's crystal. What crystal? The source of power for any lumen is a particular magic crystal. Once you've bonded with it, it becomes part of you. Royal crystal has been passed down from ruler to ruler for generations. It belongs to you now, except that the king may be keeping it from you. That dick! Do you have a crystal? Of course. Ooh, it looks like a brooch. It dissolves away into nothing as you go to touch it. Belongs to me. No one can take it from me until I die. You need to find the crystal that belongs to you. Alright. Still afraid. Let's take this opportunity to get some court manners. I don't have a bonus to it, but... court manners are court manners. He loves me. He loves me not. Lottie, do you have a boyfriend? Not really, I just like to play with flowers. All of a sudden, the Duchess of Ursel rushes into the garden and points a sword at you. No, not at you, at your feet. Princess, don't move. Oh, I thought she was a traitor there for a second. Dang it! Hold still or look down. I just want to show something here. I'm gonna hold still. Test composure equals failed. You want to hold still, but you don't have the composure to hold your position without peeking. You look down where her sword is pointing. There's a snake in the grass. A sneaky little snake in the grass. Woo! You can't help it. You squeak and jump back. The snake tenses and prepares to strike. Charlotte. No! Your cousin pushes you aside and the snake's fangs sink into her leg. Lottie. Too late. Juliana swings her sword and cuts off the snake's head. Lucille. What is going on here? Oh, Countess of Nyx. Your daughter has been bitten by a milk viper. They're poisonous. Get an herbalist right away. I will treat my daughter. I certainly can't trust anyone here to keep her safe. I'm sorry. I don't feel good. 'Cause you're dying, Charlotte. Shut up. You'll be returning home to Merva immediately. Your aunt has a point. Milk vipers are not native to this area. That snake should never have been here. Someone may have tried to kill you. Will Charlotte be okay? I don't know. So, it brings up another good point. There are assassinations in this game. And you can be assassinated if you make certain people angry or upset. You don't have to play the politics game, but if you don't, you have to have the skills to avoid being assassinated, which is kind of funny. I'm going to talk to my father about the crystal. Dad, what happened to Mom's lumen crystal? It's in a safe place. That's not what I asked. Can I have it? No. Okay, that was what I asked, but I'm not happy with the answer. But it's mine. Meddling with magic killed your mother. I don't want that to happen to you. Once you're crowned queen, I can't stop you from doing anything you want, but for now you are still a child. Aww. Mood, still afraid. How do we get out of being afraid? We need to be angry. Or willful. Let's get willful up there. Willful's a good skill. We can't really learn anything here, so... anything useful. We could learn how to dance, though. Or reflexes. They're both useful. Or we could go more into conversation. Or abandon it all and start learning economics. Economics does get us money. Okay. So... the question is, do we need money? I'm trying to think how I want to handle the rest of the story here. Where I want to go with it. I should also mention that I'm doing a particular storyline that I haven't done before with this run, so I'm not entirely sure how this is going to play out. But we'll get reflexes. Reflexes are nice. More dance. Probably don't need reflexes for a while. More up to tier 3. Castle seems quieter with Charlotte and Emery, and Zyra and their parents have gone. And it's certainly not empty, though. It seems like we get more servants every day. I was so worried about Charlotte after that snake bit her. But her mother said she's okay, so I guess it turned alright. We failed the poison test. If we had succeeded, we would have learned that milk vipers have no natural cure. Whoops. But I'm sure her mother's totally honest. Maybe she has a guardian angel. Alright, so we need... sneak out for willful. Sneak out of the castle to have a little fun. Enjoy your freedom, but your father won't like it if he finds out. Alright, we are currently willful. Which means... we get bonuses to intrigue, military, and magic. So, we're going to learn a little bit of spy work. Why don't we get some foreign intelligence? Actually, I think internal affairs is probably more useful early on. One of the maids approaches for your attention. My lady, couriers have arrived from the Duke of Sedna. Why does my maid sound more royal than anybody else in this story? I'm terrible at voices. We have a Duke of Sedna? No, my lady, the Duchy of Sedna is in Talasy. They have brought you a letter and a gift. Condolences on the death of, deeply regret, best wishes, a load to your mother is dead. Oh, that wasn't actually in the letter, I just wanted to mention it again. I'm only a dick some of the time. Oh, what a beautiful necklace. It might not be appropriate for me to wear a man's gift in public, though. People would think it meant something. Let's not wear it. It's important to maintain the proper image. Alright. Let's talk to the Duchess. My father says I can't have the crystal until I'm queen, so we'll just have to wait. There may not be time to wait. This world is filled with dangers, and you'll need the powers of a woman to fight them. You can't begin training until you have bonded with your crystal. Well, what else am I supposed to do about it? Crystal is probably held under guard in the royal treasury. You are the princess. You should be able to find a way inside. Otherwise, we might have to take drastic action. What drastic action? Let's hope it doesn't come to that. That doesn't answer my question. Try to reach Crystal. If you can't, come and talk to me again. Okay. We are currently afraid again. Grumble, grumble, mumble, murble. What do we have for afraid? We can learn reflexes. Yeah, let's learn some reflexes. Alright, you may now play sports on the weekends. Excellent, so we've unlocked an option. As you're walking, you spot a familiar figure. It's the Duchess Versal. You notice that seated behind her is a woman in the robes of a priestess. They are very close together, their hands gently touching as they speak. Oh la la. It looks like she's busy. Oh, Lodi. You turn and walk in a different direction so as not to disturb them. At that moment, you notice something unusual. Looks like somebody just left the palace grounds by going over the hedge. Is that a servant? A thief or an assassin? Climb up and look, call the guards, or run and hide. Well, we're not one to be a pansy, so we're going to climb over the hedge. Climbing failed. You look around for something to climb, but you're not sure if nearby trees can support your weight. Whenever a statue, it's awkward, but this time whoever saw you is probably gone. And, well, we tried. Visit the treasury. Accounting and presence failed. You try to talk your way past the treasury guards, but despite eyelash fluttering, foot stomping, and outright threats, they won't budge. We are now willful, though. What do we get for willful? It said we needed presence or accounting to get past that, but I currently have a really bad bonus to accounting, so that's not happening. We're going to need yielding if we want to do that. I don't think we can get yielding. For the moment, though, we're going to use this opportunity while we are willful to start researching some foreign intelligence. What do we have, actually? I need my skills. We need foreign intelligence, okay. Foreign intelligence, done. Alright, we learned some foreign intelligence. Walking upstairs, May comes running down holding a towering pile of linen. You swiftly step aside and let her pass. Excellent. Alright. We need to get yielding. We need to stop being willful, so let's attend court. It's not fun, but it pleases your father. Current mood depressed. Alright. Let's go into decoration. And that sounds like a fine way to waste some time. But before that, I plan on maxing out decoration. So I'm going to level that one up last. He wishes crowdfunding for a project of his. Remember, treasury is not unlimited. If you choose to invest, you'll have less money to work with later. Your Royal Highness, I have a plan to print books using metal letters which can be moved and reused. You need to borrow 875 lassie. This time we'll be able to create new books in a fraction of the time. Trade failed. I don't know much about factories or trade. Would this really be worthwhile? We're not interested. Making books in a fraction of the time. Who reads, honestly? Okay, so we can't visit the treasury, but we should attend court again. I think we're still depressed, yes. So, that means we can start learning instruments. Alright. Your Highness, my sympathies for your loss. Even after all these years, I sometimes forget my own mother will never be coming back. Thank you. However, I must call for your aid. The Ixionite occupation of my country of Imprium has gone on for too long. Now it is time to push back. I know there's been some problems with Ixion, but I don't know the details. I guess they're occupying Southern Mary. I don't know anything about military. I don't want to fight. There must be a peaceful way to settle this. I will send for diplomats. Thank you, Your Highness. If I might say you are looking particularly lovely, I hope you will think fondly of me. Stop courting me! Is he flirting with me? He's almost as old as my father. Alright. Let's see. Let's attend court again. Trying to become yielding. How's our mood looking? We're almost there. We're going to have to get rid of depressed somehow after we hit this. Of course. But that's fine because now we can get decoration. Now, I should mention how this works. You can get a max of 100 in each skill, but you cannot go above 50 until you have at least 25 in all three of the ones in that category. So if I want to get 100 decoration, I have to have 25 in the other two categories of expression. So I have to have 25 instrument and 25 voice. When I get 3 skills to 25, I unlock a dress. That gives me a boost to that. Right now I'm in a boarding uniform, which gives me nothing. But if I, say, go into decoration, I'm going to unlock a new outfit. I can equip that next time. Representative from Ixion is here. Be careful. No one wants to give up prizes that they have won. You have full support of my sister and myself. Let's get this over with. Let bygones be bygones. We'll forget about your unprovoked attack on us, and you will transfer the rights to this little province. We can be good neighbors again without any lives being lost. What a dick. We can surrender, offer him money, bluff and intimidate, or execute him. Oh, that's beautiful. What skills do we have that would be a good bluff? I don't think there's a good way to bluff or intimidate. Executing him is just gonna make people afraid of me, which I guess is fine. I don't want to offer him money or surrender the province because if we surrender the province, then Baron What's-His-Ass is gonna get upset at us. If I offer him money, then grumble. I'm gonna bluff and intimidate. You're trespassing on lands. You'll withdraw at once. I will destroy you. I'm very sorry we were not able to come to an agreement. Well, we're gonna kill him now. Whoops. That's fine. Our soldiers can probably deal with that. +1 yielding, +1 cheerful. Ah, that's how we get it. Okay, so we're gonna attend court again. I think we are still depressed. Yes, but next turn we can get undepressed. So now we're gonna wear the toga, because that's the dress we got, and is going to give a boost to all of our expression skills. Also, we're now going to learn a little bit about decoration. Now you see, because we got so many skills in expression, our bonus is actually so big that we actually get an entire extra point, which is good. Which means we're going to get 4, which means we're going to get 80, which means we can afford to do a double dose of decoration. Man, this castle is going to be fabulous. You receive a report on the outcome of the battle. You succeeded in driving them out of Mary, but it cost you almost a full battalion of soldiers. You lost 1,000 soldiers. Duke of Mary will be happy, but we could have done better. Alright, so I'm going to go play with toys, because it's going to give me yielding and cheerful. And now we are yielding! Yes! Now I can start learning royal demeanor. Alright. And we don't need any more expression for now, but we are going to want presence. If you'll recall, presence was that thing that kept making it so I couldn't break into the armory. We do want some composure and elegance as well. Why don't we split these down the middle? Alright. There's a woman here to see. She wishes crowdfunding for a project. I come to you on behalf of the people. I wish to build a hospital where citizens afflicted with disease can be brought for treatment. Putting all the sick people together, wouldn't that make them die even faster? Now you're getting it, Lodi. That's how you be a terrible queen. We can talk to my father, or we can go play with toys again. Toys. Alright. We're not in danger of hitting anything. So, why don't we take another spread of these classes, and then we can get presents. We can try and break into the armory. You're requested to stand judgment. A woman has been convicted of attempted murder and requests the mercy of the crown. Your Highness, this slattern dares to beg pardon when she admits that she tried to poison my sister under her own roof. Which sister? Poor Sanda, the Duchess of Mead. Is she alright? She is unharmed. You caught the culprit in the kitchens before she could eat any of her foul stew. It's justice it is. Them devils killed me brother and broke me man's heart. Lied to her they did, and she went to see why he'd not come back, said she'd gone for a soldier when he never would. He weren't the only one neither. I waited 10 years for my chance to get my own back. That's justice. Completely unrepentant, hang her and be done with it. This might have something to do with the last Duke of Mead. He was involved in all sorts of scandals. I could ask the Earl about her story. I could just execute her, I could imprison her, or I could put her to work. Let's ask her. Court manners failed. Did the old Duke kill her brother? Are you accusing my family? I'm asking what happened. The honor of our line is far greater than that of the wet-bottomed child who sits on the throne. Without warning, the Earl of Io draws a dagger and slices the convict's throat. No one harms my family. Throws the blood-stained blade on the floor and walks away. Playing with toys. What a dick. You just killed that woman. Yeah, just... Alright, so now you want presents. Now we get a special shirt. As you're walking by one day, you hear a strange sound and look up to see an owl flying overhead. A single dry leaf flutters in its talons. That's funny, I thought owls were nocturnal. Guess I was wrong. I failed a falcon check. It means it might have been a falcon instead. Father's waiting for you. There are reports that a key thong has been sighted leaving the old forest. What's a key thong? A beast with the body of an enormous golden cat, a sharp beak and spikes on its back. Eek! Several disappearances in southern Caloris are already thought to be the work of this creature. What do we do? Should we send hunters? The traditional policy on stray beasts is to hope that they return to the forest and stay there. Hunters are no match. You would only make it angry and waste more lives. So we just let it eat people? Like your mother. She probably didn't die from that, but, you know, everyone dies in the end. Like your mother. Yeah, that was a better time to say that. Alright, toys. You want to stay like this for a while. We're still yielding. Okay, so we're going to equip our dress that gives us a bonus to royal demeanor. We're going to take another set of classes and presents, and then we're going to go ahead and break into the thing. Remember that the Festival of the Good Lady is approaching. There will be public celebrations for the commoners, followed by a grand gala for the nobility. As queen, you would be expected to lead the procession and take part in the ceremonial planting, possibly giving a speech. However, since you are not yet crowned, it is not required, and it may not be safe to expose you to the public. What do you mean not safe? Outside of the castle, you are less well protected. If anyone means you harm, think on it now. Decide later. There's a letter for you as well. It's from Brienne. I went to school with her, but she's a couple years older than me. Her mother is the Duchess of Mead. Duchess of Mead, eh? I could get behind that. Just think. Drinking beer all day. Oh, not that kind of maid. Never mind. She's complaining that her mother still won't let her come home from the holidays. Apparently her Uncle Kevin is absolutely furious about that woman's trial. She's bored and looking for an adventure. Well, I don't have any to suggest to her. Probably better that way. Alright, we're still yielding. We can stop being yielding here. Oh, crap! I was gonna break into the vault. Oh, that's bad. What other bonuses do we get? Faith, too. Penalty to weapons and lumen. I guess we need some conversational skills. Let's go into public speaking. Today is the procession planning for the festival. Will you be leading the parade? If you have any concerns, stay here. The people will recover from disappointment, but there is no recovery if we lose you. I'll lead the parade and make a speech. Things be damned. I'm not afraid I'm going to be the best parade leader ever. My little girl, you prepare your best gown for the occasion, then walk slowly through town with your attendants. It would not be appropriate for you to wear a sword, but you walk with a sturdy golden scepter that's taller than you are. You can tell from the excited murmurs around you that people are impressed with your queenly appearance. At the end of the route, you help the priestess turn over the earth for a new tree to be planted. Blessings are read, you hold up your hands, call for silence. Fortunately, all the words you had planned to go out of your head when you're faced with the moment. You managed a few polite sayings about the meaning of the holidays and thank everyone for attending, and turn away your cheeks red. Procession regroups to return to the castle. Well, there were no assassination attempts, which is good. Now we're going to break into the treasury. You order the guards to stand aside and walk forward with your head held high. None of them dares to deny you access to your own treasury. The glitter is dazzling, but some sixth sense draws you toward one little locked box in particular. This is what you need. This is the crystal that will make you illumine. You tuck the box in your pocket. You can show it to your mentor later. Alright, I'm still yielding. I don't need expression. But we want to check the mood chart. Now we want to be depressed? No, we want to be afraid. So we want to start getting away from yielding. So we want afraid and willful. Willful to cancel out the yielding, afraid to give us afraid. I'm fine with this. So now classes. Oh, we want to check our skills. We might as well go into flattery next. There's not a whole lot that I'm interested in learning about, other than possibly animal handling. Yeah, I think court manners and flattery are going to be more useful for now. Court manners, flattery. Are you ready for the grand ball? All the nobles in the domain are here to see you, to see their queen. Gulp. You finish dressing and descend the stairs to make a grand entrance. All around, the rich and powerful pause in their activity to gaze upon you, the ruler of them all. You know, because your mother died, so there was that. Let your eyes rest upon each in turn as you have been taught, impressing upon them that you are not a child, but a queen. Almost. Your father waits for you at the bottom of the stairs and offers you his arm. The first dance is for us. You. He guides you gently around the dance floor, never rushing you. It's fun to dance with your father, but the look in his eyes is so sad. After this, you must choose your own partner. There are a number of men who hope to catch your eye. The Duke of Kegel alone has brought 3 eligible sons, all near your age. Look around the room at all of your possible partners, which is to say everyone. No one may begin dancing until you do. You can pick whoever you want and will not be denied. Failed intrigue and court manners. We can choose somebody your age, someone younger, someone older, somebody already married, or someone scandalous. Do we want to court somebody? Let's not. Someone scandalous. You don't want everyone assuming that whoever you pick first is your intended marriage partner, so why not make your choice as ridiculous as possible? With that in mind, you approach the Duchess of Ursel. You admit to yourself that you are hoping such an outrageous act would cause her to lose some of her composure, but she remains unruffled. At least the chorus of shocked whispers around you as you take your place on the floor is gratifying. Dancing with a real partner feels quite different. You knew him, you knew your father, you knew his steps like a part of you, now every move is a mystery. Fortunately, you lose track of which steps you're supposed to do when and trip over your own feet. During dances, there's time for guests to mingle, chat, sample bits of food. During while the music, Banny and the Duke of Mary taps an elegant fingernail against a wine glass. If I might have your attention, I believe we should offer our compliments to our lovely hostess. Her bravery and courage keeps our borders defended. Yeah, 'cause I made a dude angry and started a war with him and lost a battalion of troops, you jerk. As the gala continues, you take the opportunity to observe nobles you rarely see. There's Gwenelle, the young lady of Sudbury, only months older than you. You two finally inherit control over duchy. Oh no, she's going to soon. Okay. Or Adele, rolling in the deep. The youngest daughter of the Duchess of Lideland, a fierce sportswoman. She has a few years ahead of you at school and the absolute terror of the ball fields. No Brienne. She said her parents were leaving her stuck at school this season. Her parents are here, though, dancing together, the Duke Consort clutching his Duchess possessively tight. Strange that there's no sign of your cousins, though. Shouldn't they be here? 'Cause she's dead. Probably. Your aunt and uncle are here, of course. It would be scandalous if they hadn't come, Merva being so close by. It's nice to be able to enjoy time with friends and family, isn't it? I failed a magic check because it took us so long to get that stupid crystal. Alright. Visit Juliana. I got it. What do I do now? Pick up the crystal with your bare hands. Press it against your chest over your heart and say illuminate. Do it. Okay. You feel dizzy, and I skipped a cutscene. You feel dizzy, both larger and lighter than you were before. The crystal has disappeared from view, but you know where it is. It's inside you. Alright. Wow. The priestess here is a friend of mine. I will come to your lessons in the faith and train you to use your powers. Alright, so to wrap this up, we are currently cheerful. We get bonuses to things. So we have gotten so far as to learn magic, and we can now start training in it. And our mood, it looks like we are almost getting to be afraid. Almost. We're close. So I will leave you off here so that this episode doesn't become ridiculously long, and we shall pick up on the next one. Hopefully you've enjoyed this so far. The game is pretty good. It's full of a ton of depth, and I definitely recommend you check it out. Hopefully this hasn't spoiled anything for you. So, until next time, hopefully we will see you again. Thanks for watching.